Right, what is going on YouTube? Now, welcome back to the channel. Now, today's video is very exciting. It is something that I've wanted to learn and get better at for a long time. Okay, so I've pulled in a very impressive individual, Alex. I've known for a long period of time, and we're going to learn some cool calisthenics things and all things gymnastics. So you're going to tell her what we're going to do today, and then go with that, yeah?
Awesome. Hi guys, my name's Alex Ash. I want to hopefully help Adam do some handstand walks today, teach him some basic calisthenics, and we'll go from there, right?
If you want to see some really impressive stuff as well, I'm quickly going to plug his page because he's too shy right now, but it is, what is it, Alex
Ash.fitness.
Yeah, so check him out on Instagram, absolutely amazing. I was super impressed, and like you probably know, I've been trying to do these for a long period of time, and I'm sure some of you have too. So let's get started with the video.
Right, okay, so what we'll do, just before we do any handstands, we're going to start by warming up our wrists, right? Yeah. Because whether we're doing any sort of gymnastics or calisthenics, you're going to use your wrists so much, and you need to keep them healthy.
Yeah.
So especially with your handstands, we'll start and we'll just do a quick 2-minute warm up, right? So we're going to do hands, make us fist.
Yeah.
I want to do shoulders, we're going to do wrist circles in for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I feel like my wrists don't even work like yours.
This is 15 months in the making. So what we'll do, we'll go down onto our knees, right? We're gonna have our fingers facing straight forward, okay?
Fingers facing straight forward, yeah.
Exactly, okay. Like this. Straight away, we're gonna stack shoulder on top of the wrist, right?
Right.
Wrap your triceps in.
So wrap your triceps in just means tuck them in, yeah? Like that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then we're just gonna pulse forward for 10 times. So back and then forward. And you should feel the pressure on the front of your wrist. Okay.
So is this something you still do at this point, even though you're absolutely sick?
100% warm up. So yeah, because warming up is just letting your body know what's coming.
Yeah. Okay.
Preparation. And you'll notice when you come to the edge, keep going, and you'll see if your palms coming off the floor or your elbows start bending, then you know you're reaching the end of your range with your wrist mobility. Right. So mine comes off here, so this is the end here.
Okay. So do you find when you obviously you've taught a lot of clients this, do you find that the wrists stop them from day one? Like that's almost your first couple of sessions is just trying to get that right?
Yeah, mostly it would be just people not able to grip the floor properly. Okay. Usually their hands are just, they're not stable, they're based, they're not used to having to be on their hands. Yeah. So being in this extension like this, they're just not used to it. So first, every time even with my clients, it's always warming up first. Okay. Because once we look after that, it's like looking after oil in a car. Right, okay. You're looking after it, you're making sure that you're maintaining it, so then when it goes into the MOT, it's going to pass, right? Okay. So doing these little drills is what's going to help.
Yeah, okay. It does feel it.
Yeah, so what we're going to do, bring your knees into a straddle, just outside, and we're just going to sit back onto our heels just for pulses.
Oh, this sounds a bit better.
Yeah, so just remember, tuck your triceps in. Right, yeah, and then just sit back gently, and you should feel the stretch. Just come on.
I'm gonna like this one too.
Sit back and just hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're doing a stretch, make sure you're keeping your elbows locked out, right? You'll want to do this just to compensate because of lack of mobility, that's fine. Yeah.
I actually feel like I've got like DOMs in my forearm.
DOMs in your forearm.
Be some clean. So tuck them in and then sitting back a bit more like that, yeah.
Pull your shoulders down away from you, that's great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally different.
Yeah. And then just with your wrists, I point out, we're gonna turn again. Yeah, excellent. And then if it feels like too much, just bring your knees forward. Yeah.
Right, okay.
We're not gonna be doing any PBs. It's just gonna be literally just warming up. Right. And shaking up. Then fingers facing directly up. And we're just gonna rock back and forth.
I don't think you could do a wrist workout, but this isn't
solid wrist work.
This isn't my usual wrist workout. No. My teenage years, but leave that one to the imagination. Right, let's give it a go, team. So hand width away.
Yeah.
So maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So kick up.
So is that okay for distance with the hands on me?
Step one knee forward, so you're in almost a running like line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this. And then stack the shoulders on top of the wrists.
Okay.
Right.
So maybe a little bit closer.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Wrap your triceps in. Yeah. Yeah. And then which foot do you kick up with?
This one.
Also, right. So then you can just try sometimes, just kicking into an L. Now. Right. Excellent. Feet together. Toes pointed. Yeah. Awesome. You want to stare. Your fingers. Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. Awesome. Try to cover your ears with your shoulders, pushing away. Excellent. Yeah. Great. But as for handstands, what we'll do is like just narrow the grip a little bit.
Narrow mine for the last set.
Yeah. Just narrow them a little bit. Yeah.
So same thing.
Yeah.
Hand width away. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring it in just slightly. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Happy with that?
Yeah, stack your shoulders, up your wrists, brilliant. Nice, keep together. Yeah. Tuck in the low, pull down the low ribs, yeah. Squeeze the bottom. Yeah, that's great. Alright. Okay. And now do some shoulder taps. Tap one shoulder at a time. Yeah. Yeah. For the start, just widen the feet, just keep that, maintain that balance. Yeah, and then we're just going to do some shoulder taps. You can just bring them up slightly. Yeah, nice. Great. We'll try and face the wall as well.
Yeah. It's a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Totally different lifting weights.
Yeah, but when we start to walk, we can actually like turn our hands out a little bit. Just this, like, if you haven't got very good wrist mobility, then it's going to feel like a lot of strain when you're walking straight forward.
Yeah.
Right, so you can turn them out just to start with. Just so
Does that make it easier on the wall, or should you avoid doing that while you're practicing?
handstand walks, I would do it. But if I'm looking for a straight line handstand, no.
Yeah,
I would keep the form,
right.
like form over everything. So like I said, it's going to be trial and error the whole time. Like you're not going to get perfect.
Yeah.
So progress over perfection every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can try on front face, right? So I'm just walking up the wall. Yeah. Push your shoulders away, right? You can drift. This feels a lot better. Just make sure that you're pulling the ribs down, squeezing them, pushing away.
Pull the ribs down, squeezing it.
Yeah, because that's going to maintain that hollow body hold.
Yeah.
You've got a nice straight line.
Right.
Avoid that banana when you're going and doing the walks.
Okay.
Okay?
So same sort of distance, hand width away from the wall, yeah?
Yeah. Feet together, toes pointed. The only thing that's going to be touching the wall is your toes, right? Point the toes. Awesome. Yeah, so that's perfect. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Just try and touch it. Awesome. Bring the other two on each side. Nice.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, it's good. Slowly come back. Nice.
It's a little bit easier than the last one.
If you're struggling with like the weight distribution and it feels like you're going to fall, you need to spread your legs. Just slowly drift all your weight onto one side. Grip the floor, feel the weight drifting onto one shoulder, and then drift onto the other, right? Because like I said, when you're walking, it's about your weight distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, but the thing is with your shoulder flexion, yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of people will have restriction with their shoulders, can't put their hands overhead.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the difference between, like, obviously you started with me with back against the wall. Obviously that feels a lot more difficult. Why did you do that one versus why did you do the front facing? So I found that second one. I don't know if it's because I've got dominant muscles, but I found that one a lot better.
Well, usually a lot of people find the face to wall a lot more intimidating because they don't have a base of shoulder strength.
Right, okay.
So they go up and 5 seconds later they can feel like a face plant.
even though I was better at that one.
Yes, usually it's actually the way around.
Right, okay.
That I've found through like working with my clients.
Because you can't fall away from the wall naturally. You've got to sort of get away.
Exactly. But seeing as you've already got a background in lifting and you've been upside down before, you just think if this person's had no experience being upside down, they would rather do back to wall.
Yeah.
But straight away, like I would just use back to wall for them to be used to getting used to being upside down.
Yeah.
But once they're like, oh, I'm comfortable, I know how to fall, then I would straight away go belly to wall.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just going to help keep that, maintain that good body line. Okay.
Yeah, follow hold.
Yeah, follow body hold, 100%. Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Right. So when you're coming into a handstand walk, right? Yeah. Almost like you're going into a lunge, right? Yeah. Some people like to start with the hands overhead.
Yeah.
Going into it. Since when I've been training at gymnastic places, they always start with the hands overhead. But with people in CrossFit, sometimes they have their hands by their side.
Yeah.
Right. So when you come into it. Hands, almost like you're kind of like diving into it, right? Pump up. Walk around. Yeah.
Right, okay.
And you can try some of the when you're starting, you want to maintain that good body line, right? Okay. You can have that little bit of a bend to carry your momentum in the direction you want to go. But we don't want a full banana handstand and like feel the pressure on your lower back.
Yeah.
So if you turn your wrists, so you can turn your hands slightly out just to start with.
Just to start with, yeah.
Yeah. And practice doing some like hands, like just walk on your hands a little bit like I did there.
Just a little inch.
Yeah?
A little inch.
So you can kick up, right?
Right.
I'm going to catch your legs, right? Kick up. Okay, feet together. Feet together. Tuck in the lower ribs. Feet together, feet together. Yeah. Take them on. Feet together. So. Yeah. You stop. Right, okay. You've got a really wide stop.
Right, okay.
Yeah. No, right? You're out here, right? Like straight away, do you feel this coming straight up here?
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean, yeah.
Just come a little bit narrower so then it's not so much on strength.
Yeah.
You've already got a foundation of strength there, so let's use it.
Yeah.
Like, and we can just focus more on balance rather than just gonna jump into a Maltese or something.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll start with your fingers facing forward. Yeah. Where? Pick up. Yeah. Okay. Feet together. Now push the floor away. Cover your ears. Feet together. They're glued together. Right. Jump in your hands. Okay. Feet together. Feet together.
Really?
Yeah, that was good.
For a split second, like you can't definitely like feel it.
The weight shift.
Like for I mean a very split second, but like you can almost feel like when you're getting it that weightlessness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're shifting your weight onto each hand.
Yeah.
Like we obviously, because we walk on our legs, like we're not conscious of it all the time.
Yeah.
So now when you're on your hands, you're like, whoa, straight away it's this new feeling. So before you start doing laps, well, let's just get the experience. Let's get a little bit of time and attention there, where you're shifting your weight. You just tap your hands. If you've got a wall, use a wall. If you haven't, and you've got, well, when you not have a wall.
Yeah.
If you've got a partner, use a partner. Let them grab your ankles. Right?
Were you giving me a lot there?
Yeah. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
You were like I said, as in when you're against the wall, your body line's really good.
Right.
It just might be like in your head, be like, oh, what happens if I go over?
Right. Okay.
And then people like seize up.
Seize up. Yeah.
Yeah. What's helped me a lot to prevent that is kicking up into an L. Right.
Right. Okay.
So when you're kicking up into an L,
I'll let you go here.
Yeah.
Front and centre.
front and center.
Front and centre.
Well, so if you were going into a handstand walk and you're going to kick up, yeah. not doing it, but like, do you see how my body line was staying? Like, I still had my ribs, I had a little contraction on my abs, squeezing my butt. I wasn't letting my legs go fully over, and they were together the majority of the time. Right? You want to make sure, like, because you keep them together because you're quite tall. Just a little bit.
It's going to topple
It's going to send you, and you're just going to be like trying to catch up with yourself. So we'll try it one more time, right? Okay. Yeah. Start standing up.
Start standing.
Yeah. You kick with your right. Yeah.
This way, yeah?
Yeah. So come up. As if you. Feet together. Okay. No ribs. Now let's walk. Walk. Yes. Feet together. Check in the ribs. Yeah. Nice. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
That looked good.
I mean, like, it's one. Yeah, I'm nearly there. It's like my 2.5 kilos on the ball. It's extra. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm close.
We all start somewhere.
Yeah.
And like when I started doing handstand, like I neglected the basics for so long that I was able to do things like a straddle planche and a front lever before I could even handstand. And then I would go to places and they'd be like, "What? You can't handstand?" And I'm like, against the wall. Yeah. So I went back in the last 2 months. Have just been an absolute consistent grind to get handstands. Yeah. Because they can transition into so many things. Okay. And even if you do a CrossFit competition, right, when you're walking on your hands, are they going to let you set up like that? You're going to be diving into it, aren't you? Yeah. So you need to be specific to what you want to do. Yeah. Okay. The setup. So after you've done X amount of kip and pull-ups, then you'll want to dive into a handstand walk. Yeah. And having that time where you're just shifting the weight. Yeah. I would focus on that first.
Focus on shifting the weight. Yeah.
Shifting the weight.
So just on my hands like that. Find a solid position, and then just gradually just 1 inch off the floor, like what you.
Yeah. Just shifting, just like almost like a little dance. Yeah. So and then that'll give you more confidence and like give you like spatial awareness of where your body is. Right. Awesome. But like I said, the position looks pretty good. Yeah. It's just needing, with handstand, it's frequency. Yeah. It's like, you need a baseline of strength, but you need to train it frequently. If you're training it once a week, you're getting good at it. Isn't it? Yeah. If you want to speak a new language and you're like, I learned Mandarin for like 5 minutes a week, are you going to be any good at it? Yeah. No, you're not. So that with the handstands, it's training it often, not till failure. Okay. Right? But keeping like a minimum of 3 times a week. Okay. Yeah. Right. In fact, I train them about 6 times a week. Right. Okay. Awesome. But that I've built up to that. And when at the start it was like even 10 minutes was just like a grind. Yeah. And people use the wall, use what you have. Belly at the wall when you were doing it before, look great. Yeah. So use it, keep that position, and then do the drills that we've learned today, and then you can start going into the walks. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Right, I mean, I'm going to try and practice a few more handstand walks here. You can see some funny outtakes of that or something like that, I'll do that here. But apart from that, I think that is pretty much the full video. I mean, anything else you want? Handstand walks were exactly what I wanted, because obviously being a little bit into functional fitness, being a little bit competitive and stuff like that, that's what I want to nail. So I will keep practicing at least 3 times a week, especially on the handstands. But yeah, apart from that, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Really hope that you go and check Alex out, Alex Fitness on Instagram, because he's absolutely amazing. I mean, I looked at the gram when I saw him after like a year of not seeing him, and I was like, wow, this guy is sick. Back from the dead. Back from the dead. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Comment below what you want me to try next. And I think what I would love to do is maybe in like a month or 2 months time, obviously I'm going to have some practice, and then I'm going to try and put a CrossFit workout together which has some sort of gymnastic element in, and then see what Alex has got. Happy with that? No. I've been called out now, anything you want to add? Yeah, honestly, when it comes to bodyweight training, don't neglect the basics, right? Look after your joints, and don't do what I did and just jump straight to the things that look cool, because if you build a solid foundation like to a house, you're gonna be able to build it high. That's what we want. You don't have to keep coming back and building a new foundation.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's been awesome today. We're gonna do some funny outtakes now.
Yeah.
See what happens. Let's go.